Good morning to all. So today topic for SCLR parsing and LALR parsing. So last class we discussed about for SLR parsing. So what is SLR parsing? In SLR parsing, we are having for first thing we got to do for the augmented grammar. After that, you got to do for the closure function, go to function for the given grammar based on the canonical collection of LR of 0 items. LR of 0 items. So here in LR of 0 item and SLR parsing table mean you got to do for the same this procedure only you got to complete for the all the problem. Okay, it's correct. So this is the based on the you got to construct for the all the given problems. Okay. So given the problem, we got to do for the augmented grammar. After that, we got to do for the closure function, go to function for the given grammar. Then based on the closure function, go to function, you got to construct for the all the grammar for the parsing table constructions. Parsing table construction. So this is for the SLR parsing table construction. So once the SLR parsing table is over, we got to go for the based on the input string, we got to check for the given grammar. So previously we did for a top-down parsing table. So top-down parsing table, you got to give for the input string, you got to check for the stack input action. Based on that, you got to check for the all the data. Similar that you have to check for the SLR parsing table constructions. Okay, I give for the one input string. Based on the input string, we will construct it. Okay. So after that, after constructing SLR parsing table, we have to go for the next step is CLR parsing table and LALR parsing. So what is the CLR parsing and LALR parsing? CLR is canonical LR. It's correct. So canonical LR or LR of 1. So construct the given grammar for LR of 1 parsing or CLR parsing table mean you have to do for the CLR parsing table construction. So LR of 0 mean SLR parsing table. LR of 1 mean CLR parsing table. Okay. So after that, we got to go for the LALR parsing. So what is LALR? Look ahead LR parsing. So once you got to did for the CLR parsing, then only you got to do for the LALR parsing. Directly not possible to convert for the LALR parsing table construction. So once you got to complete for the CLR parsing table based on the augmented grammar, closure function, go to function, then constructing of the item, then only you can go for the LALR parsing table construction. So once the construction to be completed, that is, you got to complete for the CLR parsing, then only you can go for the LALR parsing table constructions. Okay. So what is the difference between SLR and CLR? So in SLR, we got to did for the, in SLR parsing table, we got to did for the, what is it? We got to did for the closure function, go to function, everything you have to check. After that, you got to check for the follow function for the given grammar. It's correct. But here, no need to check for the CLR parsing table, no need to check for the follow function. You got to check for the look ahead function. So what is look ahead? So look ahead means you got to calculate the follow function based on the grammar. You have to calculate for the look ahead function. Okay, that is a look ahead function condition. How to do that for look ahead function? We will check. So this is for the CLR parsing and LALR parsing. Okay, what is CLR parsing? So in CLR parsing, it is canonical. It is canonical look ahead. So the CLR parsing uses the canonical collection of LR of LR of 1 items. So canonical collection of LR of 1 item. So this item to build the CLR parsing table. This item to build the CLR parsing table. So the CLR parsing table produce the more number of states. The CLR parsing table to produce the more number of states compared to the SLR parsing table. Okay. So the CLR parsing table to produce the more number of states compared to the SLR parsing table. Okay. Which one is the most powerful for the LR parsing technique? We are having for 3 techniques. One for SLR, CLR, another one for LALR. Which one is the more powerful mean? CLR parsing table is the more powerful states. More powerful parsing table for the about 3 LR parsing is more powerful as CLR parsing. So the CLR parsing table, it produces the more number of states compared to the SLR parsing. CLR parsing. Okay. So here what are the various steps to be involved for the CLR parsing? What are the various steps to be involved for the CLR parsing? So in CLR parsing, first you have to do for the ambiguous grammar. First you have to do for the context-free grammar. So based on the context-free grammar to check the ambiguity of the grammars. So after that, you have to add the ambiguity protection to the given grammars. After that, you have to add the ambiguity protection to the given grammars. After that, you have to add the ambiguity protection to the given grammars. Then after you have to constructing for the after that you have to constructing for the ambiguous grammar, you have to create for the closure function and go to function for the given set of items. Go to function and closure function for the given set of items. So after completing the go to function closure function, we can go for the canonical collection of LR of 1 items. So then you have to do for the based on the LR of 1 item, you have to check for the data flow diagram. So finally you have to construct for the CLR1 parsing table. So everything it is similar to the SLR parsing table. What is the one difference for the CLR parsing table? SLR parsing table you have did for the follow function. Here no need to calculate for the follow function. Only you have to calculate for the look ahead function for. So after that we have to do for the construct the CLR parsing table constructions. So okay. So in CLR parsing table you have to do for the ambiguity of the grammar. After that you have to do for the closure function go to function for the given canonical collection of LR of 1 item. So in SLR, LR of 0. So then you did for the DFA diagram. Then last construct the CLR1 parsing table. Okay. So here in CLR parsing, you have to do for the what is the thing? You have to check for the look ahead function. Okay. What is look ahead function? Here check. Okay. So in LR of 1 item, it is a collection of LR of 0 item plus look ahead symbol. Okay. So in SLR parsing table, you go do for the LR of 0 item. So in LR parsing table, you got to do for the what is thing you got to do? Main thing you got to do for the LR of 0 item along with look ahead symbol. LR of 0 item along with look ahead symbol. So in LR of 1 item, it will be composed for the what are the thing we will be do? So do for the 0 item plus look ahead symbol. The look ahead symbol can be associated with the given set of grammar for the augmented production grammars. Okay, augmented production grammar. Next thing you are doing for the look ahead symbol, it is used to determine the we place the final item for the given tables. Okay. Second thing, the look ahead is you have to add the dollar symbol into the what is the dollar symbol? Dollar symbol is the input right hand marker. The input right hand marker you have to add the starting of the production for the given grammars. Okay. The dollar symbol you have to add the input right hand marker. The input right hand marker we have to add the starting of the grammars. So in the LR of 1 item, it will be indicate for the LR of 0 item plus look ahead symbol. So the look ahead symbol you have to always add the dollar symbol into the starting of the grammar. Okay. Okay. In you got to check in first phase of compiler is Lex compiler. So Lex compiler we did for the Lex tool, LEX. It's correct. Here in parsing we got to do for the tool is Python, YACC, YACC. YACC means yet another compiler. This is the next topic for your second modules. Yet another compiler. Here we got to do for the which compiler you got to use GNC Python, PISON. So the PISON only you got to do for the parsing techniques. So here in CLR parsing table, it's a LR of 1 item. LR of 1 item you have to do for the two function. One is collection of LR of 0 item plus look ahead symbol. So collection of LR of 0 item means you have to do it for the same rule for the SLR parsing table procedure you have to do. Along with you have to add the look ahead symbol into the grammar. So what is look ahead symbol? In previously you have to do for the SLR parsing table, the parsing table construction, the grammar is ended mean you have to do for the follow function. It's correct. Here no need to calculate for the follow function. So based on the follow function, we got to calculate for the look ahead value. So how to calculate the look ahead value? You are having for some rule. So based on the rules only, you got to calculate for the look ahead value. Okay. So here you can check the look canonical of LR of 1 items. So in LR of 1 item, So each set of item in the form A tends to alpha dot beta gamma A. So here the alpha tends to beta gamma A mean you have to verify the given set of items, check for the in immediate dot immediate right side any non-terminal will be appear or any terminal will be appear, you have to check. If it is terminal mean you have to specify the value for the given condition. If it is non-terminal mean here check A tends to alpha dot capital B beta comma A. So in dot immediate right side B capital B is a non-terminal. So capital B is a non-terminal. So here non-terminal you have to add what will be add dot B is a capital B is a non-terminal. You have to add the B production into the grammars. B production into the set of states. Okay. So after for each production B tends to gamma in grammar G, for each terminal B in first of beta A. So here you have to calculate the first of beta A for the given function. That is look ahead symbol. Look ahead symbol. Okay, we will see the problem. Then you have to understand the given rule for the look ahead symbol values. So this is for the closure item. Same item for go to function. So everything it is similar to the SLR parsing table construction, but only we have to add for the look ahead value. Okay, here check void items G dash. Initially C2 closure S dash tends to dot S comma dollar. So initially you have to add the set of item for first state of I naught. You have to add the what is S dash tends to S. It is for the augmented grammar. So based on the given grammar, you have to create for the new production. The new production is augmented grammar. So in augmented grammar, you have to add the comma. In comma after you have to check here indicating for dollar symbol. So the dollar symbol will be indicate for the look ahead symbol. Look ahead values. So dollar symbol will be indicate for the look ahead value. Dollar symbol will be indicate for look ahead value. So the production will be in the augmented grammar having this production. The augmented grammar will be indicating for the look ahead value is always dollar symbol. That is the rule. So initialize C2 closure of S dash tends to dot S comma dollar. So in augmented grammar function, you have to add the dollar symbol. The after the comma, next one is dollar. So after comma, it will be indicating the augmented grammar for the given production is always dollar only you have to specify. So what about the next production? So based on the production, you have to check for the look ahead symbol. Okay, this is for the look ahead symbol calculations. Okay, next thing, this is the rule for the canonical LR1 parsing table rules. Canonical LR1 parsing table rules. So how to do for the canonical LR1 parsing table rules? So here the I0, I1 to IN, the collection of set of LRN items for the given grammars. So everything it is similar for the SLR parsing table. Okay, here you can check initialize A tends to alpha dot A beta. So this is the first condition. This condition is also similar for the first two conditions is also similar for the SLR parsing table. Third condition only you have to check. This is the S dash tends to S dot comma dollar. So the once the production will be enter, the same augmented grammar will be entered mean you have to indicate for the in first state dollar symbol you have to indicate for the accept. It's correct. So this is the same thing you have to do for the values. Okay, next thing. This is for the given problems. So I will explain how to do for the given problem in CLR parsing table. Okay, how to do for the given problem in CLR parsing table constructions. So here you have to check. I am creating for the this is the grammar. So what is this is the grammar. So this grammar will be indicating for this is the grammar. The grammar is S dash tends to A tends to small a capital A RB. Okay. So this is the grammar. So what is the starting of the grammar? The starting of the grammar is yes. So what we'll do for the first step, you got to create for the augmented grammar for the given production. Okay, augmented grammar for the given production. So what is the starting of the grammar? The grammar is yes. So you got to create the augmented grammar is S dash tends to dot yes. It's clear? S dash tends to dot yes. So the starting of the grammar is yes. So I have to create the grammar for S dash. So S dash tends to same grammar you got to create for dot yes. It's correct. So S dash tends to dot yes. So what is the rule for closure function? In dot immediate right side, if you're having for any non-terminal mean, you have to write for the that non-terminal production. So what is the immediate right side non-terminal? Immediate right side non-terminal is capital S. So what is the capital S production? This is only one production. S tends to AA. So here you have to write S tends to dot AA. Okay. Here you can write comma. Then after why we are putting for dollar, we will check. Then dot A mean in dot immediate right side, capital A is a non-terminal. So you got to write for A production. We are having for two A production. One is dot AA, another one is dot B. So you have to write for similar thing you have to write. Okay. So here you can check after comma, here indicating for A bar B, here indicating for A bar B. How to calculate for A bar B? Once I clear indicate, here dot S comma dollar, the first thing is it's initialize the dollar symbol. The augmented grammar creating the value for the lookahead symbol is comma, the dollar will be indicate for lookahead symbol. Once clear, the dollar will be indicate for lookahead symbol. The starting of the production is the augmented grammar. So you have to write dollar symbol. That is previous rule. Here check. Dot dollar S comma dollar S. This is for the first initialization steps. First initialization steps. The steps. Initialize C2 closer S dash tends to dot S comma dollar. So initialization step only I did for the first I note of item. So I mean set of item, 0 means states. The first step is common. Based on the rule only, algorithm only how to did. Next thing, dot immediate right side capital S. So capital S having only one production, I write dot AA comma dollar. Okay. How to write for the dollar symbol? So based on your calculation only you have to write. So how to write? So here A tends to, here check, A tends to alpha dot capital X beta gamma A. A tends to alpha dot capital X beta gamma A. Here X I am indicating for B. So A tends to alpha dot capital B beta gamma A. A tends to alpha dot capital B beta gamma A. So here first of beta A. First of beta A. Just you can see the formula. A tends to alpha dot capital B beta gamma A. Here each terminal be in first of beta A. How to write? Here check. S tends to dot S comma dollar. Here check. A tends to alpha dot. Alpha can be empty dot. We will see for this slide 1 minute. So this is for the parsing table construction. So once the CLR parsing table will be over, you can go for the LALR parsing table. Okay, here check 1 minute. So in last class, we discussed about for. So 1 minute ma. In last class, we have discussed about for SLR parsing table. So up to you have to do it for the augmented grammar function, then closure function, go to function, then based on you have did for the SLR parsing table construction. But we didn't complete for the how to check the input string based on the SLR parsing table. So once I got to clear the what within only one example, I have to clear your how to do for the input string for the given grammar. That only I did. Just to watch. After that, you got to see for the CLR parsing table construction. Then after LALR parsing table construction. Okay, just watch. SLR parsing table. That is LR of 0 item. So first given the grammar, based on the grammar, you have to first number the grammar. Then after that you can do for the augmented grammar. Then closure function, go to function, that is collection of LR of 0 items. So after completing for collection of LR item, 0 item for given grammar, you have to do for the data flow diagram. So after data flow diagram, you have did for the parsing table constructions. Okay, it's clear. That is up to now you have discussed for the last class. So what about the next? So after completing parsing table construction, we have to do for the, we have to check for the input strings. Input strings checking. So how to check for the input strings in LR of 0 item? So input string, for example, based on the given examination, for consider the given grammar, you have to check the LR of 0 item or SLR parsing table with the input string mean you have to do for the given problem, given steps. Otherwise, you have to complete for the up to parsing table construction. Okay. So how to check for the input string verification? Okay. I am giving the input string as AABB. Okay, AABB. How to check? So here we have to check for the input string. We have to do for the three things. One thing is state. Second one input. Third one action. Okay, input, action. So what is input? I am giving the input as AABB dollar. So in state you got write for dollar symbol. So when the state will be start? What is the starting of the states for the given transition diagram parsing table construction? The state will be start for 0. So I can start the table for 0 states. Okay, 0 states. Okay, now we can check the state 0. The input is A. What is 0A? Here you can check 0 to A is S3. 0 to A is S3. So you got to write for action is shift 3. Shift 3. Shift 3. Which one you can shift? The A can be shifted to the state symbol. So $0 shift of A with the state 3. Okay. So what is 0 to A? 0 to A is shift 3. So I can write for the action is shift 3. So which one you can shift? The input symbol is A with the state of 3 you can shift 0 A3. So what about the input here? ABB dollar. ABB dollar. Okay. Now we can check. The state 3 input is A. What is 3A? The 3A is shift 3. Again you can write shift 3. So $0A3. Which one shift? Input symbol A. 3 states. 3. Here BB dollar. Okay. Next you can check 3B. So what is 3B? 3B is shift 4. Shift 4. So which one shift? The input is B with the state of 4. B dollar. Okay. Okay. What is 4B? Here check 4B. 4B is R3. 4B is R3. R means third grammar, you got to reduce for R3. What is the third grammar? Third grammar is A tends to B. A tends to B. A tends to B. A tends to B. So you got to change for the B can be changed to A. Where is the B here? The B here by B4. So up to this now you got to change for the state. B can be changed to A. So you can write $0 A3 A3. So the B can be changed to A. So 3A. Here B dollar. Okay. Now you can check here also you can check. What is 3A? What is 3A? So the 3A is check. 3A is 6. 3A is 6. So 3A you can check. 3A can be changed to 6. Go to 6. So dollar symbol 0 A 3A. The 3A can be changed to okay. So here 3A. So what is 3A? 3A is 6. So you got to write for the A can be changed to 6. 6 here B dollar. Okay. Okay. Now you can check. Next you can check 6B. So what is 6B? 6. So B can be changed to R2. So here R2. What is R2? R2 is second grammar. A tends to small a capital A. Small a capital A. So here 3A can be changed to capital A. Is correct? 3A can be changed to 3A can be changed to 6. 3A can be changed to 6. So here R2 6B can be changed to R2. R2 is the second grammar. The second grammar is A tends to AA. A tends to AA. So A tends to AA means up to AA you have to change for the the grammar is A. So $0A3A. Here you can change for capital A. Up to this equal to change for capital A. So here B dollar. Now you can check 3A. What is 3A? 3A can be 6. So $0A 3A 6B dollar. Okay. What is 6B? 6B is R2. What is R2? Second grammar AA. So here up to AA you have to change for A. So $0A 0A B dollar. Okay. So what is 0A? 0A is 2. So $0A 2B dollar. Okay. So what is 2B? 2B is shift 4. 2B is shift 4. Shift 4 means the B can be shifted to here. $0A 2 B can be shifted with the state of 4. 2B $4. Okay. What is $4? $4 is R3. What is R3? R3 is A tends to B. So $0 A to A dollar. Okay. A to A dollar. Okay. What is 2A here? 2A is 5. So $0A to A $5. Okay, it's clear. What is $5? $5 is R1. What is R1? R1 is S tends to AA. S tends to AA. So here up to now you have to change it. What is SAA? You have to change for so here up to you got to change for S. So $0 S dollar. What is 0S? What is 0S? 0S is 1. So $0S $1. What is $1? $1 is accept. So this is for input string checking. Okay. So this is for the SLR parsing table construction. So you have to check according to the input string state based on the input string according to the parsing table construction you can do for the each and every steps. Final step you can go for the dollar symbol, $1 symbol, accept mean all the grammar will be input string grammar, augmented grammar, then closure function, go to function according to the SLR parsing table. Everything is to be correct for the given input symbol. Up to now you have to work for the given problem. SLR parsing table constructions. So second parsing method of LR parsing is CLR parsing table. CLR parsing table or LR of 1 items. So for the examination for the given questions, construct the CLR parsing table or LR of 1 item for the given grammar mean you have to do for the all the steps. Okay. So first thing you have to do for the same thing, augmented grammar. Second thing you have to check for the closure function and go to function. Third thing you have to check for the transition flow diagram. Then fourth thing you have to do for the parsing table construction. parsing table construction. Here, no need to check for the follow function. It's not required because you are doing for the CLR parsing table, you are doing for two things. One thing is LR of 1 for doing checking. Second thing, you have to check for the look ahead functions. Look ahead function. Okay, you are checking for the look ahead function. So based on the given grammar, you have to checking for the parsing table construction. After that, you have to do for the look ahead symbol construction. So what is look ahead symbol? How to do for the look ahead symbol? So this is for the CLR parsing table algorithms. So for the grammar G, initially add S dash tends to dot S in the set of item C. So previously I told this is for the augmented grammar. So based on the item, you have to check for the augmented grammar constructions. Second thing, for each set of item, I in I of I in C. So here I is the set of item, the small I will be indicate for the states. It's okay. And for each grammar symbol X, maybe terminal or and non-terminal, then add closure of I of I, comma X. So you have to, it is a terminal mean, you have to add directly, non-terminal mean, you have to check for the, you have to add the particular production for the given non-terminals. Okay. And I. Then go to I of Ix not empty and not in C, then the set of item to construct the table until no more set of item can be added to C. So everything can be similar for the same LR of 0 items construction, that is for SLR parsing table, but you have to check for the, in SLR parsing table you have to check for the follow function for the given grammar. It's correct. But here in CLR parsing table, no need to check for the follow function, you have to check for the look ahead symbol for the given closure functions. Okay. So based on the closure function, based on the doing for the closure function and the go to function, you have to check for the look ahead symbol. So how to check for the look ahead symbol? So here you can check the closure function can be evaluated as for the each item A tends to alpha dot X beta comma A, and rule X tends to gamma and B belongs to first of beta A such that X tends to dot Y and B is not in I. Then add X tends to dot Y dot gamma comma B to I. Okay. So this is for the you got to check for the look ahead function. So how to check for the look ahead function? Based on the third rule only, you got to check for the look ahead function. How to check? You got to check here I told. So A tends to alpha dot X beta gamma A. Okay, here the first of beta gamma A. You have to check. So we will check for the based on these rules only. You have to check. The next thing, similarly the go to function evaluated as A tends to alpha dot X beta comma A is in I and true. A tends to alpha X dot beta. Same thing you have to do for the in SLR parsing table construction, but based on the CLR parsing table, you have to check with the along with the look ahead symbol, you have to add the symbol in the function. Okay. So this is for the given problem. This is for the given problem. Okay. So the problem is, this is for the procedure you got to do for the given problem. Okay. What is the problems? So here I am giving the problem is construct the SLR, construct the LR of 1 to the set of items for the given grammar. Okay. To construct the CLR parsing table. Okay. So what is the problem here? Here S tends to capital C, capital C. C tends to small c, capital C slash D. Okay. This is the problems. So how to do for the given problem? How to do for the given problem? So what is the first thing you have to check for the augmented grammar? How to check for the augmented grammar? What is a grammar? The starting of the grammar is yes does. So you got to create for your new grammar yes does tends to yes. It's correct. Second thing you got to create for the individual, you got to write for the individual production. Yes tends to CC. Second grammar C tends to small c capital C. Third grammar C tends to D. Okay. So augmented grammar you're going to create the starting of the production. S tends to, that is S dash tends to S. Okay, this is for the augmented grammar. Then after that, you have to, based on the given grammar, you go to write for the numbering values. Okay. So what is here? How to check for the look ahead function for the given grammar.